I
Sounds
don't know,
good.
man.
Sounds
Just
good.
pressing buttons.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to SportsHive Podcast. I am your host, Dom, and I am here joined with us by my co-host, Steven.
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing?
All right, Steve. What's going on in the WNBA world, man?
Okay, do you want to talk about the actual basketball, or do you want to talk about the controversy?
I think it's all relevant.
Well, I mean, we got to start somewhere. Okay, I'll start. Monica McNutt was right.
Okay, context?
Context? Okay, so I take it you haven't seen the video with Monica McNutt on First Take with Stephen A. and Shannon, and talking about the situation around Caitlin Clark and how she got fouled by the player from the
Kennedy.
Chicago Sky.
Yeah.
Right? And how everybody's in an uproar, you know, there being think pieces written about it from white spaces, calling it assault and calling it a non-basketball play and all this other good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Monica McNutt got on First Take, and she was not defending the play, but trying to speak to the narrative of people coddling Caitlin Clark and people being unfamiliar with the WNBA game, and how, you know, these people with limited information that are new to this space are really not understanding the very nature of the women's game, because it's hyper competitive. It is definitely competitive, and these women are not only are they professionals, but they're coming at your neck. And this is
the best of the best.
They do this to all rookies. It's a matter of fact, Diana Taurasi literally said while Caitlin Clark was playing in the national championship game that it's coming. She's gonna catch something.
Right.
And it's happening. But also during the conversation, she was highlighting the fact that women's sports, WNBA, has not been talked about much recently, and how, you know, it's thanks to not just Caitlin Clark, but Angel Reese and to these other women that deserve the recognition. And Stephen A. Smith was chiming back, I've been on the forefront of this. I've been pushing this. Who else other than me? Yada yada yada. And she hit back respectfully, Stephen A. If you would have wanted to, you could have done this 3 years ago.
Ooh.
Which you got a response of wow. Anytime you get a wow, that person lost.
Yeah.
The person lost their advantage. So, but she was right. She's right. She's right about a whole lot of stuff. Have you watched have you got a chance to watch any WNBA basketball recently other than highlights? Because highlights.
Yeah, we watched a little bit of the Chicago Sky Indiana Fever game.
Yeah. That's the game.
Yeah.
That's the game where she got hip checked. Caitlin Clark got hip checked. And everybody's up in an uproar over it happening. It's like, please, could y'all just sit down and shut up?
I haven't caught Cameron Brink yet. I haven't caught a Sparks game yet.
Don't worry, Sparks game's coming, and it is worth the watch. To watch Cameron Brink block 4 shots a game and alter another 3. She is
tall though. But you know what I like? They do the whole they record them or have the camera on them as they're walking in, like with the outfits and stuff. Kind of like how they do with NBA.
They didn't used to do that. They're doing it now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is very cool. Very cool. The only problem with that is these women don't get paid like NBA players.
No.
So unless you got a deal,
the outfits aren't super over the top.
It's like they're kind of at a disadvantage, but they're in the middle place between now and when that TV money triples.
Yeah,
right. Because it's going to triple. Like, because of this summer, they've already sold out the All-Star game. There have been many more sellouts at this one of the season than there were in previous seasons.
Yeah.
TV viewership has doubled, almost tripled, right? And it's going to continue that way because the basketball is only going to get better.
Yeah.
And their TV deal is going to double, probably triple. I'm thinking triple, right?
Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah. So the max salary, which is $242,000 a year, which is the max salary in the WNBA, it's probably going to triple as well. That's going to be a game changer.
That's going to be good. I mean, I think that it's been about time. Well, I mean, of course, you got to wait for the TV money, but I think it's definitely time. I mean, these women should not have to go overseas to play basketball. I mean, unless you absolutely positively want to, but I mean, for the longest, you had to go overseas because that's where you made your money.
This is where you made your money, yeah.
So, I think, they should not have to do that anymore at all. They should be able to stay home.
I'm happy to know, I'm happy at the thought of them getting paid $1 million a year. I'm hoping that
That's
happens
gonna be crazy.
in the next year. Yeah, I'm hoping that
crazy.
But I mean, first of all, if you haven't watched a whole lot of WNBA games, if you haven't read columns by women that cover the WNBA, then you probably want to like reserve your analysis until you do such, because their game is also, if you didn't watch the NBA in the late 80s, early 90s, you probably need to shut up because you have no frame of reference of what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Right now, it's so few teams that everyone in the WNBA is not only an elite athlete, just athlete across the board, but an elite basketball player. Every single one.
Right.
Every single one, bar none. Right. So because it's so few teams. Yeah. And as Monica McNutt pointed out on Shannon Sharp's Nightcap, they're not getting paid a lot of money. They're doing this for the love of the game.
Just for the love. And that's what makes it so much more fun to watch. And that's why some people have always liked watching college more than NBA, because it's for the love of the game. Well, maybe not so much now, but NIL deals and whatnot. But WNBA is, and I think society, we just gravitate to finding which group loves it more. And I think right now the WNBA is that league where we're just like, yeah, you know what? They love this game. So, they really want to play this game so much more than everybody else.
Well, yeah, it's authentic, and it's much less about the money. Not saying that the men don't love it or the people in college don't love it, but it's much less about the money. People in the NBA, they love it. Don't get me wrong, many of them love it. There are a bunch of them that it's just a profession, but it's about the money. So they're not. Their passion is in a different way. The WNBA, it ain't about the money. It's about the wins.
Yeah,
it's about the wins. So I don't care your lineage. I don't care what you went to college. I don't care what you did last year. I'm here to bust your tail right here, right now, on national TV or just in the confines of my home state. I'm here to bust your tail. That's what I came to do, and that's what's going to happen. Which is why it's a lovely game. It's absolutely lovely game. Matter of fact, as soon as we finish, I'm gonna catch the end of. I thought I was gonna catch the end of the Liberty Sky game, but clearly I mistimed that. But whatever game is on, I'm gonna catch the end of it, or I'm gonna go back on Amazon and watch it, because Amazon, they got the WNBA cheap right
now. Let's see. I am not a big fan of this streaming services being split up for which game is which and all that. I'm not a big fan of that.
I am not either. However, to show, oh man, it makes me so mad that they are at the bottom of the marquee on ESPN. Like, I gotta scroll all the way to the bottom of everything to get to the WNBA. Anyhow, I wonder if I can change that.
Well, nope. Just while Steven's sorting that out, I do have some stats between the the Twin Towers of the Chicago Sky. Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso.
Yes.
Cardoso, she has only played about 2 games so far, but she's averaging 11 points. And the crazy thing is, the first game that she played, the second game she played against the New York Liberty, which ended in a loss, she only dropped 1 point, grabbed 5 rebounds, 1 block, 1 turnover. She shot 50% from the free throw line. But her first actual game, 18 minutes, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 turnovers, but shooting 71% from the field.
In fairness, she is 6'7". Let's be clear.
Hey.
No.
77%.
I'm not saying that it's not 77%. What I am saying, though, is there are only like 2 people in the WNBA that are within 2 inches. Well, let me not say that.
That's true.
There are only 2 people that are within an inch of her. So she's like tall. You got Brittany Griner and you got one other person, I believe. Now you got a bunch of 6'5" women, right? Side note, did you know that PJ Brown has a daughter in the WNBA? And she is like 6'4", 6'5". And she's got Lady Long. Back on topic. Oh, back on topic.
Angel Reese is
Back on
averaging
topic.
10.6 points.
She's killing it. Her offensive rating and defensive rating are freaking amazing. And
Yeah.
she's making a case for Rookie of the Year against Caitlin Clark. Now, she's not going to win it unless she starts scoring more points because her team ain't got a whole lot of wins. But she is playing amazing. She's like
She is. No knock on this. I'm gonna say this, but it's no knock on her. It's just looks like her percentage, her field goal percentage is dropping. At first couple games was like 44%. Then it dropped to 37.5, then 22, then 20, and then came back up to 25. Well, here's my thing. I always saw her at LSU. Most of her points came up off the second, off her own miss. And so that could be a lot of where that's happening.
Yeah.
And it's easily correctable. I mean, she's averaging well over 11 rebounds a game, 5, 12, 6, 13, and 10, which when you average it out, it's about 10 or 11-ish. But I mean, it's not horrible. So I mean, she's definitely doing good for the team. Just hope that Carmela Cardoso can stay healthy, and they can actually do what they need to do. But my family's from Connecticut, so the Mohegan Sun, they were undefeated as last that I saw.
Yeah,
and
they are.
They're playing. They are balling.
Yeah. They are handing out L's with reckless abandon. Like
you get an L. You get an L. Everybody gets an L.
Would you? I have L's. Would you like one? I can give you one. I've got a whole bag of them.
Yeah, and then like Indiana, they're 2-9. Ooh, Jesus.
Yeah. See.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yep. But I do think everything that's going on with Caitlin Clark, and Indiana in general. I think once they figure it out, it's going to be a problem.
I don't. Can I read you what I sent when I sent what I sent my group chat earlier today? I thought I sent it to you. I did not. I gotta read it because I gotta get it right. This is a clip. This is a blurb from an article, and it reads like this: Caitlin's teammates, meanwhile, discovered her talent came with impatience and a temper. I believe this is from her time in Iowa. She blew up at practice. A lot of throwing her hands up in the air, stomping off the court, and simply refusing to pass the ball to an old teammate if she didn't believe they'd deliver. If the first time, it was the first time in her life she'd had to play with teammates who would not simply be run over. Nope. Right. Warnock got in her face, so did Martin. Coaches pulled her aside. She's open. You have to pass her the ball. Caitlin's answer, like a logical toddler, left them stuttering to find a response. Why would I pass her the ball when I'm taking more shots in the practice gym? I had expectations of them, and they weren't meeting them. Caitlin
that is very Kobe-esque.
That is almost verbatim what Kobe said.
Why would I pass you the ball? I see you in the gym.
Would I pass
you not working?
The ball? I mean, and let me be clear.
Mamba mentality.
Let me be clear. Okay, let me be clear. I understand the very nature of what she's saying.
Right.
I understand. I understand it completely.
Mm-hmm.
I do need to point out one thing. Sweetheart, you are not Kobe. Not only are you not Kobe, you have not earned the right to say what Kobe said.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't been in the league long enough.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have enough credentials. You don't have enough wins. You don't have enough time in. You were literally playing against girls in college. You're playing against professional women, which is why you're not nearly as exciting or as effective as you were in college.
Right.
Humble yourself.
Stop the complaining.
Learn this game.
Get to work.
And be spectacular so that you can be all that you are.
Yep.
But until then, respectfully, Pass the dang ball.
Yeah, it's a team sport.
They're 11 games in. You've been playing professional basketball for 11 games. You don't have the clout to say that. I don't care how much they're paying you. I don't care what deals. None of that matters. None.
Nope. Yeah, she's got to figure that out because, I don't know if it's common for women kind of be ousted out of their league, but yeah, that's kind of like along the way that it's going.
Well, no, she's not gonna get ousted. She's gonna get roughed up for the rest of the season, though. With that attitude, she's gonna get roughed up without any help, right? Matt Barnes raised the question: where are her teammates?
Yes.
Why hasn't anyone, stood up for her and all that good stuff, right? I've heard other people make the point, well, maybe her teammates are not that kind of people, and maybe they're not. But I can tell you what doesn't help: comments like that don't help.
Correct.
Like if you're gonna do all that talking, you're gonna do all of that talking, do all of that talking,
and not backing it up.
Not only not backing it up, now you want to help me because you in some mess. You better shoot that ball, and it better go in. Because if it ain't going in, then you need to shut up. No, I'm serious. Like, yo, y'all want to be equal? You want to be treated equal? Tell you how you gonna be treated equal. If you ain't balling, you ain't a superstar. If you ain't a superstar, you can't say stuff like that. So until you are a superstar, shut that mouth. How about that?
Zip it.
Just like Pat Riley told your boy Jimmy Butler, if you ain't on the court, shut up. If you ain't balling, if y'all ain't winning, if you ain't the leading scorer in the league,
hey, that's that heat culture, man.
Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it.
That is that heat culture for you.
But not only is that heat culture, but that's a throwback to when, like, stars had some accountability. Pat Riley, not only is he old school, but he's old school in the way, he acknowledges the stars, but he holds everybody accountable. What do you want? You want to be coddled? Right? You mad because you're not getting the calls? You don't know how to get calls. This is not college. This is the WNBA. Right? You mad because you're getting bumped? This isn't college. This is WNBA. This is what happens here.
Yep.
A lot of people are saying you're being targeted. Well, then shut up. How about that?
Yeah, a lot of people are seeing that, she's not like she, they compare her to Steph Curry, but it's like you can't because Steph can actually move without the ball. He's never truly needed, but then also Steph can create and get in the lane. She'll
be able to. I'm not saying that she is Steph Curry. I'm saying she is in that mode because everybody under the age of 25 is in that mode. Because everybody thinks that they can be Steph Curry because he makes it look easy when it clearly is not. And she's come the closest that I'm not going to say closest, the flashiest that we've seen recently of someone reminding everyone that it's possible to look like Steph Curry. Right? And I get it, but you need to you have to learn this game, and you have to learn how you can be effective in this game. You have to get your weight up. Right? You have to get in the gym. Like Michael Jordan did, you got to put on some weight, some muscles.
Yeah.
And you have to earn their respect. Or else you just might as well walk away now because it's not going to get any easier. Like if you fold under this, you keep complaining and whining over this, it's not going to stop.
Right. You got to get big enough to push back.
Yeah, I mean, look, if this rattles you, if I'm an opponent and I know that bumping you rattles you, guess what's going to happen? All game long. I'm gonna be on the line of getting fouls every time you come down the court. Either get tougher, get strong, get more mentally focused, or end your career early. One or the other.
Yeah.
Right? We expect the first part for her to get tougher, learn the game, get more focused. But if you can't, don't be out here. You're not a victim. You're getting paid too much money to be a victim. You're not a victim. No.
Just gotta go to work.
And if you don't get it together soon, these other rookies and these other women are gonna show how good they are for the world to see with the eyes that you brought to the WNBA.
And everybody's gonna be like, Caitlin, who? Who?
If she doesn't win Rookie of the Year, like if somehow either Angel Reese or Cameron Brink win Rookie of the Year,
what are Cameron Brink's stats?
She don't have good offensive stats. That's why she's probably not going to win the year. But Angel Reese is
the closest.
Yeah. The only thing she doesn't have is points. And she's like 13 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's generally not enough. But if her rebounds are enough and if her team finishes above 500, which seems like a stretch at this point in the season with their record, but I think that it's possible with Cardozo being back and them gelling as a team, then, I mean, you can't pick a rookie of the year you can't pick Caitlin Clark as rookie of the year if they only win like 25% of their games. And Angel Reese wins 52% of their games. You can't.
Yeah. And how many games? They play 40 games, right?
Yes, they play 40 games. And they've already played.
They got to start winning now.
12. You looked at the standings, it's like, if you don't start winning now, they ain't no.
And when I say start winning now, like even to go, like tonight, yesterday would have been great.
They need to go back in time and win that game tonight.
Yep. Yeah, because I mean that's rough. Sheesh. Like if you want to be considered rookie of the year, you're like 1-4 right now.
Yeah, but like this, if the Sky make the playoffs and the Fever don't, she can't get rookie of the year. She can't. Not possible.
Ugh.
Not possible.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, the Fever, they're 2-9. I mean, granted, it's not the bottom. Well, they're one from the bottom.
Mystics are 0-9.
Yeah, like I said last week. I mean, some things don't change in Washington. You know,
no,
it is what it is.
It's a curse. It is. What Washington franchise is good right now? The Nationals.
I didn't even go that far. Oh man.
Commanders, no. The Mystics, no. The Bullets, Magic, whatever they are, no.
Just give it up.
They're just there for the hometown Washington D.C. people to watch other teams come and play.
Hey, look, Charlotte's in that boat too, man. Whatever. Did you see that David Tepper is like, yeah, we want money for upgrades for the stadium? It's like, oh yeah, you're a billionaire.
They're gonna give him the money.
I know they're gonna give him the money, but
they're not gonna give him the money he's asking for. But they're gonna give him a large chunk of money, and that's all he cares about. He doesn't care that it's not everything that he asked for. But
right, the more that the city gives him, the less he has to come out of pocket.
Exactly.
And that's annoying. Like, why are billionaires asking the city for our money?
Because of the jobs that they create and the economic impact that they bring to the city when they're
losing.
Hey.
What, losing?
Run for your life. Hey.
Look, Charlotte was without a team for a good minute. You can go away.
Dude, no, they cannot. I got friends that got season tickets to the Panthers. Like, man, I don't know if every year we had this conversation. I hear them. I don't know if I'm gonna renew again this year, man. Like they got like PSLs. They're like, man, I think I'm gonna renew, but I'm gonna sell like 9. I'm gonna sell like 7 out of the 8 home games that we have.
Well, the only saving grace like this year, the Cowboys are coming to Charlotte, so they're gonna rake in something for that. But the rest of the games, I'm not so sure about.
I don't even know who y'all play.
I'm hearing. You know, you can get season tickets for like $20, like total.
I mean, if you want to sit next to God, you can.
God ain't at them games.
I know he ain't at there, but you gonna still be sitting next to where he would be sitting. You be in the heavenlies. Good God, $20 for season.
Like, hey man, I thought God was supposed to watch this game. Nah, man, he watching the Dallas game right now.
He watching the Dallas game right now. You don't fool around with these Panthers. Look, yo, so I can stretch out and have this seat too. Nah. You got one seat.
Yeah,
you got one seat.
No, let's not get crazy.
Can I hold those heavenly binoculars? No, you better squint. You better squint. Oh man, no, y'all don't have a live season, man. Let's see. You got the Raiders coming into town, the Bengals. Well, hold on, wait. Saints, Raiders, Bears, Commanders, Broncos. I spoke too soon. Chargers, Bengals, Falcons, Saints, Giants, Chiefs. Oh yeah, the Chiefs coming to town.
Okay, I might actually try to see that game.
That's on November 24th.
I gotta Gotta figure out my outfit. Tay-Tay's coming to town.
Man, that sucks. And here's the crazy part. So I was really tripping. Like I'm not gonna go to that game, Dallas in Carolina, but it would almost be cheaper for me to fly to Charlotte for that game and watch that game in Charlotte and fly back.
Yeah, then go to Dallas.
Watch a game in Dallas.
Yeah.
Watch a game in Dallas. I looked at the seats the other day. I was up there. I looked at the seats next to God, and them joints were $300. I was like, oh.
Man, for you know the tickets you can get for $300 in Charlotte.
They'll put me on the field. Would you like a handoff?
Hey,
Would you like a handoff?
You're calling plays. Like, hey, coach, run that one. Yeah, run that one.
Run that one. Hey, audible. They in cover too.
Yeah, that's a shame because at one point they were selling tickets here for like less than $1. Like,
yeah, that was at the end of the season. They was just
still, man, like that's a bad look. That is a bad look.
They're trying to make big money off of this Cowboys game.
Ooh, Charlotte?
Lower bowl is $600. Medium bowl, second level. Good God. Second level on the $800. Upper bowl, $200.
Charlotte's not good enough for me to deal with that traffic afterwards.
Yo, hey man, I tell you about the time I almost broke my ankle coming from the Panthers game.
No.
All right, like 3 years ago, I got lower bowl tickets to the Panthers game, right? And so I took Sam. It's his first time as being a big kid going to the Panthers game. We had gone before, but he don't remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to the game. He loves it, right? I spent like $50 on some food. That was like a piece of pizza and a drink. And so we stayed until the game was out of hand, and so we left. And so I was gonna call an Uber, but I didn't want to call in the stadium because surge pricing. So what we did was we got on them scooters.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so I'm making a left on the Trade Street.
Oh no.
On the scooters, and he's behind me. He's behind me on the left. So I'm turning. I get on Trade Street. And I don't know what happens, but the scooter starts to slip. So I'm about to hit a skid.
Oh,
so
no.
I stick my foot out, and I catch myself on my left leg.
Mm-hmm.
One-legged, coming off of a scooter on asphalt. And I pick the scooter up in the air, and the bottom of it flips around. I hop over it. It hits the ground, and I hop back on it. I had to ice my knee up for a week. For an entire week. I think I had surgery on it later on that year. Matter of fact.
Yeah, you had to do what you had to do to save that knee, man. Save that ankle, man.
I wish I'd have known they had meniscus transplant. I'd have got one there. That's what I believe that's what I tore. To be honest
while you're in here.
While you're in here, can you just put another one of them? You got another one of them.
I got any meniscuses in here? Or menisci in here?
Yeah, I'll take 3. I need the extra cushioning.
Just pad them up.
Where should we put the other one, Mr. Howard? Wherever you think is necessary.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Caitlin Clark, she's gonna be fine. Everybody needs to cut these women of the WNBA some slack and watch the games before you start.
Best in the world.
Spouting off, your mouth about what they're doing and whatnot, and just enjoy the game because they're playing it at a high level, at an elite level, and a very entertaining level.
And they're on the precipice of a big major change.
Money.
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. So this is gonna sound real bad. I was talking with a couple friends, and I was saying, I wish people would have considered the desire to push Caitlin Clark as the it girl for the WNBA. Like, I get the whole black and white thing conflict, but could you have picked a prettier white girl?
No, wait, I'm
serious.
I know you're serious. But piggybacking on that, somebody was like, I think Caitlin Clark might be the first white woman ever to experience racism.
She is.
I was like, shoot.
And that's such a nuance. I read it. It's such a nuanced phrase, but she most certainly is.
Yeah.
And the people that are creating that experience of racism don't even know don't even understand the nuance of what they're doing
Right.
at all. But yes, I mean, I
I
would have.
mean, she's okay looking in a outside of basketball
In an
shorts.
Iowa way.
Yes, I guess she's got a boyfriend. She's cute in some way. Somebody out there.
I was watching. I walked in from taking my kids to the pool a couple of hours ago, and my wife was watching. My 600-pound wife, and my 600-pound wife, and that woman, all of 692 pounds, had a husband. Yeah, she got a man. So what? What does that speak for?
I will say for those people, they somehow still get a man. So for any of you out there that's questioning whether you can actually get a man, the 692-pound woman can get a man.
That's not helping. That's not helping the women that don't have a man, because now they're thinking, "What's wrong with me?" I don't think you thought that one through. You're making people question their own confidence at the moment. Okay.
We'll start a channel for it. You guys can be guests.
Yeah, and we can help you find your confidence. Mavs versus Celtics.
Here we are. The
And
pinnacle.
Porzingis is back.
The pinnacle of the season.
Look, and Porzingis is back.
Yeah, he is back.
That's a problem. That's
maybe.
No, not no maybe.
Maybe.
That is completely a problem. You want to know why it's a problem?
I don't want the Celtics to win.
I don't want them to win either. But with Porzingis back, our only hope is for Luka and Kyrie to average together 75 points a game.
Which is not outside it's not outside the realm of possibility.
I said together. They're not going to average that together. If they average that together, then they deserve to win the championship. And I hope that they will, but I have no expectation that they will.
They did the last couple games.
They are not facing a team as tall and as long and athletic as the Celtics, right?
Yeah, but you're talking about the magician here, the wizard. He has some moves that I don't quite understand.
Like what?
He has an understanding with the backboard in such a way.
Who, you talking about Kyrie?
Kyrie, yes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Luka. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Now Luka, that's who I'm interested. I think Kyrie's going to be fine. Luka is the one to watch. He's got to get going, and I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm just hoping that he is still reeling from this last the conference finals, because he was balling. And I hope he's the type of baller that even through adversity, he's still going to continue balling. And this is going to be the test of that. I just need this guy to pull it off. I mean, unfortunately, numbers wise, I don't think.
Quandary. Let me tell you why. I don't want the Celtics to win, but if I'm being honest,
they have other people.
I don't want Luka to win either.
Really?
I don't. I really don't. I mean,
why is that?
Man, Luka be cheap. What I respect about Luka is that he knows the ref's angles, and he uses it better than anybody in the league.
I mean, Kobe did too.
When you watch them do the pick and roll, as soon as the pick, even if it's a pick and slip, pick and roll, pick and slip, pick and dive, it doesn't matter. As soon as that half rub happens, and Luka's dribbling with his right hand or his left hand, it doesn't matter which one it is. But generally, Luka decides to go away from the side of the floor that the ref is on in the back. And because he goes away from that side of the floor, his inside hand, the one without the ball, can't be seen by the ref because it's in between him and the player that's guarding him.
Right.
Allowing him to push off or to grab hold of the jersey and pull, giving him an advantage going forward towards the basket, which he then uses to put that person in jail, which is behind him. And now they're playing 5-on-4. I've watched probably about 30 minutes of it in slow-mo. He does it all the time. Now, if they start calling it, it'll be different. I'll ease up. But it's so annoying. Everybody's like, Luka's unstoppable. No. He's not. unstoppable. He is, however, very skilled at manipulating the rules. Kind of like Kyrie, right? Kyrie is very skilled at manipulating the rules as it pertains to dribbling. He knows exactly when what he needs to do to keep the ball in what's considered continuous motion,
right?
Therefore, not being a double dribble,
right,
or traveling. He knows exactly and he does it all the time.
But I mean, they'll have to prove that you have mastery over that, though, as well.
They shouldn't have to. You're a professional athlete. They know that you do, and so they should enforce it. That's all I'm saying. Like he's so good at it, and it's so annoying the way that he does it. But backing off of the hate, I really do think that I think that the Celtics are big enough, tall enough, long enough,
and now deep enough. Definitely,
and now deep enough to hamper Luka. Right? I don't think they're gonna have much for Kyrie because I think he's too quick for anybody on the Celtics team. But
he can't carry the team either, like solely by himself.
No, I don't know. I don't know if I would go that far. Like I think Kyrie really has the ability to win a game, but he can't. Well, that's me saying that I don't think he can do it. Like he's not really built for it. He's a shooting guard. That's what he is. So he will make passes, he'll make plays out of the dope. He'll do all of that. But he's a shooting guard, right? The reason why it works so well for them is because they have a 6'8" point guard. That's the reason why it works.
It's true.
So, but I think that their bigs have a tough time. With Porzingis back, you got Porzingis and Horford, right? You got 6'10" and 7'3".
And Horford can step outside and shoot a three with no problem either.
He can step out and he can guard on the pick and roll, right? He grabs rebounds. He's big. He's not just tall. He's big. And the same thing with Porzingis. So, I think all that activity at the rim is going to be altered just a bit. And I think the passes that come forward are going to be altered just a bit as well, because you got to think about it. Jaylen Brown is 6'7". Jason Tatum is listed at 6'9", but he's really closer to 7 feet. Well, he's really closer to like 6'11". And so they've got the length to really get in the crawl of the guards for the Mavs. But we'll see.
Yeah, we shall see.
I ain't putting no money up on none of these games.
I think who's got home? The Celtics have home court advantage.
Seeds have home court advantage.
Okay, we'll see how that goes. Within the first, I would say the first 4 games. Let's see how those go.
First 4 games?
Yeah.
First game. We'll know about the first game. We'll know about the first game.
Okay. First 2 games in Boston and the first game in Dallas. Let's put it that way. Because I try to give both sides, the benefit of the doubt on how they, depending on who wins, like the first game or versus the second game, and whatever adjustments they're liable to make. That, I can't get an accurate depiction after the first game. Maybe the first 2. Definitely first 3.
I'll put it like this: if the Celtics come out shooting and they win convincingly, in game 1, like if they come out with confidence and win game 1. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough for you. I'm telling you that right now. Because what we don't need is for them. What we don't need is for them to have the confidence to play the Mavericks. Like we don't need them thinking they can win.
Correct.
As soon as they do, it's gonna be a problem. Because I'm here to tell you, they got a squad. Dear God, I'm serious. I mean, I got a bunch of no-name guys after like Peyton Pritchard, but those guys, they come in and they give good minutes.
Yeah.
14 minutes, 5 points.
And Joe Mazzulla, he's no slouch. So
yeah, Mazzulla's a good coach. I'm glad he got the opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm glad he got the opportunity. I'm glad he's making the most of the opportunity. I hope that he gets a contract extension that's worth a whole lot more money. Now that all these, hey man, let's talk about these contracts real quick before we get to this close.
Okay.
You saw all these contracts in the NBA for coaches. What? Mike Brown just got doubled up, going for $4 million to $8 million.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Ty Lue just $10 million a year.
Ooh,
Ooh is right.
I
That
remember
lets you
when.
know the TV money is coming.
Yeah,
Good
I
God.
remember. I remember when. What's his face? Phil Jackson. That was unprecedented for him to get 10 or 11 million a year.
Yeah. It's money is coming
Mm-hmm.
from the raft. It is, dude. It
Printing
is
money.
printing money. And somebody I was reading somebody just resigned for some ridiculous amount of money. I wish I had Twitter up. It tell me. I gotta save them.
Twitter.
Yeah, but mm, mm.
It's like that,
Speaking
huh?
of ridiculous amounts of money, you see Justin Jefferson?
Yeah, he signed what? 4 years, 140 mil.
That man got 4 years, 140 mil with 110 guaranteed with 88 due on signing.
88
That man
due at
got
signing.
Thank you. That man got a wire transfer for $88 million.
Can you imagine waking up? It's like $80 million has hit your account. Thank you. With that Ben Simmons, like, I tweaked my back. I'm out for the season. Thank you,
What's
though.
wrong? What's wrong? Nothing. Let me go check this. Let me check this money. Make sure it's still where it's supposed to be. Yeah, no, man. Look,
Oh my god.
and I hate that. Right? Even though I'm still, at least at this point, a Dallas Cowboys fan. You know what that means, right?
They better not
That
give
means
Dak that money.
Dak, free Dak, CD Lamb,
Oh
CD Lamb.
yeah. CD. Yeah, he was.
Here's the crazy part. If you look up their stats side by side, they're comparable.
Ooh.
Not only are they comparable, the only thing that Justin Jefferson really has over CD Lamb is number of Pro Bowl, 3-2.
So you're saying Justin Jefferson essentially set the market?
He just set the market.
You think
Which
Jerry
means
Jones is gonna pay that?
he's going to have to. He's going to have to. It's the reason why they re-signed Ezekiel Elliott, because you can't pay another running back. You can't pay to get a running back. Why don't you get Saquon Barkley? Because we can't pay him. Why don't you get Derrick Henry? Because we can't pay him. Can't pay him. We're about to have to pay Dak $50 million a year. And now CD Lamb wants to get $30 million a year. We can't. It's not
feasible. It's not in the budget.
It's not. I don't know. Sometimes we are in the weeds. Like, who really digs into the cap space like that? Real fans do. And I'm looking at the cap and I'm going, there's a reason why we didn't make any moves in the offseason. The reason why we weren't really trying to move up in the draft. There's a reason for it all. It's because we got to pay a quarterback $50 million at least for the next 2 years until we can either trade him
or draft a new one.
We already got his replacement, Jordan Love. Not Jordan Love.
Oh, yeah.
What's the kid's name?
Trey Lance. Trey Lance?
Trey Lance. That kid. That's the kid that we got in the back pocket if Dad gets hurt and if we can't sign that. Okay? And he is on a great contract. Yeah. And we can build around him. I'd just rather not.
Then why even pay Dak?
You want to know why? Would you like me to tell you why?
Yeah.
Because he's one of the top 7 quarterbacks in the league. You're not, for as much grief as he gets, replacing Dak, there's a reason why the Atlanta Falcons paid Kirk Cousins all that money. And objectively, Dak is better than Kirk Cousins. Objectively.
Yeah.
So, if Minnesota, who all those years paid Kirk Cousins, and Atlanta, who now has Kirk Cousins, think that you can't replace Kirk Cousins, how hard you think it's going to be to replace Dak and cover up all those holes in the offense that he covers up being Dak?
So,
No.
Yeah, that's fair. Fair assessment.
Yeah, I'll put it like this. If they were able to replace him, they would have already. You think Jerry Jones likes the prospect of paying this man $50 million a year? He does not. He does not.
I know he does.
He does not. He would rather not. But he don't want his team to suck, so you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, you got tickets to sell, merchandise to sell.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
It's what they call the cost of doing business. So, real quick, on to something that matters a whole lot more than the Cowboys at the moment. Have you seen the Biles 2?
I have not, but I have heard about it.
Okay. I am upset that not enough has been being made about the Olympic trials the U.S. Olympic trials. Right, I had to watch it on Twitter.
Oh
Right,
my God.
I didn't get any alerts that it was on TV or
Mm-hmm.
on NBC or any of that. Right, in years past, I've watched them because that's
Right.
what you do. Patriotically, you watch it, and because they're phenomenal. Not there, right? The track and field wasn't either,
Mm.
but Simone Biles put out the Biles 2 on the floor routine and on the vault. My dude. So one day, my kids were like, Dad, how tall is Simone Biles? I was like, I don't know. Let's find out. So we Googled it.
It's like
She's
4'6".
4'9". She's
Oh,
4'9".
okay.
She is 4 feet 9 inches. She's 57 inches.
Yeah, which
From top to bottom.
awards her liberties as a
My
gymnast.
8-year-old is 4'6".
Yeah,
Let's start there.
Yeah, it awards her slight liberties as a gymnast because it takes a lot less for her to clear stuff.
Well, yeah,
but then also the strength that she has, like her strength to weight ratio, weight to size ratio, is off the charts.
Her strength to weight ratio is phenomenal, and the fact that she's able to do a Yurchenko is what they used to call it, but now they call it the Biles 2. Because Yurchenko, if I'm correct, only did it off of like the bars.
Mm-hmm.
Right? She's doing it off the floor and off the wall. That's ridiculous. Right? A back half flip with a double pipe.
Insane.
That girl's legendary.
That's insane.
And the entire United States gymnastics team is filled with brown girls. Ain't a white girl to be found. I was like, whoa, I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah, I mean, one of them did quit. Gabby, I think she got hurt, and she said, "Yeah, she's not.
She wasn't going to make the team anyway."
Yeah,
you know, I like Gabby. Don't get me wrong, but she was not going to make the team. Like, she's good. Those other girls are better. They just are better. They just like, I was watching them sticking landings, going, so y'all don't take steps anymore? Y'all just boom and land? I thought this was the trials. I didn't know that.
I know this was the real thing.
She ran. So she was on the balance beam, and she ran on the final pass. Jumped off that joint. She did some flippity turny thing, and then she landed like boom, and then she just walked off. I was like,
my knees just shattered.
Wait, what? Like, she walked off so nonchalantly. She was like, all right, y'all scored that. I'm good. I'm out. I was like, yeah, oh, they good, man. That girl flipped. She was like a double with a half twist or something, and she landed, and boom, she was like, she just walked off. She didn't even take a bow or nothing. I was like, I'd have done that. I'd have been on there bound for 2 whole minutes, 120 seconds. I'd
have been. Witness my greatness.
Recognize. Y'all gonna recognize today. You're gonna learn today.
Yeah, this Olympic year is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I can feel it.
If I can ever catch the games.
I can feel it.
USA women's gymnastics.
Oh, did you see the USA under 18 men's completely blasted Belize?
Somebody should have put, we got to do this again already. They got that 7'3" white dude who is a monster, by the way. Can we please allow him to just be him and not make him the white savior of everything?
Right.
Like, just allow, which is what they should have done with Caitlin Clark. Just allow her to be great.
Yeah.
And not anoint her as the savior of women's basketball. This kid, I was watching it going, I think you in the wrong league playing homeboy.
Right. You need to be with the men, sir.
You need to be with the grown men. Because you out here playing. It was him, that kid, and there's another kid.
I think his name is Darius Cuff.
What, the other kid?
Yeah.
I don't know. No, it was the 14-year-old. You saw the 14-year-old, the one that's like 6'10", that's dunking on everybody. He's playing in the 16U league. I'll send it to you this evening. I gotta find it. It's on Twitter. So and you gonna look at him. You gonna go, that kid's. No, I think you sent it to me. And I was like, I think that kid's 24. He's not 14. He's clearly 24.
I know which one. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
That kid. I hope I hope they allow these kids to just be themselves and and
Nah,
and
man, you know how it
progress.
is. They always want a
I
story.
know. That's why I said hope. That's why
Yeah,
I said hope.
they want the
You know?
story, man.
So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the basketball, of course. But I'm looking forward to everything else. I'm looking
I'm
forward
looking
to the
forward
swimming.
to 3-on-3 basketball this year. Watch the plumbers play.
If ever there was a time where I think to myself, I was born 25 years too soon. Now is the time.
Like seeing who's on the team, you're just like, who? Like, oh, so anybody with a day job can play. Gotcha. Okay.
Like I look at them and I go, you can't tell me when I was 20 before I tore my ACL, I wouldn't bang on all you bums. In 3-on-3, see 5-on-5. Okay, I get it. I was not the type to play 5-on-5.
Mhm.
I never liked running more than a mile. But 3-on-3, half court, it's all me. And you know how many tournaments I won 3-on-3 with college basketball players? Please. Please bring it on.
Yeah,
Three
3-on-3
on
is
three.
definitely a totally different game. Totally
You
different.
ain't got the big guy to come help you.
Right. Catch
Oh
his
my
work.
god!
Catch his work.
You know how many drop step dunks I've had on guys 6'5" to 6'7" playing 3-on-3. The Baron Davis under the rim turning dunk. You know where we do
Oh
under the rim.
no.
Oh my, that was my go-to move. Oh, left block, turn, scrub like a king, jab step to the right, take one dribble towards the rim, right, towards the lane, and then spin. Boop. He thinks I'm going up to the backboard. I just go in the rim and dunk it on the other side. It was like clockwork, bruh. I have so many victims. Like if I was a serial killer, they'd have put me away for like 8 lifetimes. How many people I got with that joint?
That's a shame,
Oh,
sir. That's a shame.
but yeah,
Uh-uh.
a man out of time.
Eh.
Freaking you too. Shoot.
Oh, speaking of that, I played my cousins the other day. So my cousins that live down in
Ooh.
Waxhaw. And of course, he's like 17, 16, 17, something like that. And he's like my height. So he's thinking he's hot stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, let's play. I go out there in my running shoes. But of course, you know, any real basketball player knows, like, hey, if I go out there in anything other than my my basketball shoes, I'm not really playing. I'm not playing for
real. I do not respect you. I'm
yeah,
sorry. I just don't.
Yeah, that and I'm not playing for real. So don't even worry about it. We go out there and play 21, and they got the rim lower to like 8 feet, which is a problem for him because I'm like, you do realize I can catch that, even though I'm out of shape, right? Like with no hesitation,
bro. I'm looking for a 9-foot league right now. I'm looking
you know,
for.
I started seeing videos of that stuff. I'm like, I need to find one.
I promise you, if I can find one within 2 hours, I'm joining. I'll drive 2 hours to play a game on a 9-foot rim. I promise you. 8 foot rim, even worse. You don't want to see me on the 8-foot rim.
Like
That's
like
not good for anybody. That's not good for anybody.
Like, hey, so one of the reasons why, you know, I went ahead and bit the bullet and re-up my watch was, you know what? This year I'm gonna drop 20 pounds. And I'm like, do you want to see me on a 9-foot rim 20 pounds lighter? I am LeBron James. Like, let's go.
Knowing what I know now, you on an 8 or a 9-foot rim,
I'm a problem.
Bruh, I'm looking for one now. I promise you. If I find a 9-foot league, I'm going to introduce the world back to big man basketball.
Right, like no. But so we were playing, right, and I haven't even actually shot a ball in. You know, we got him in the garage, so I'm dribbling it every once in a while. But I haven't even shot a ball in months. And I go out there, I'm just like, you know, I get that first. You know, I started the game off, and I was like, oh, I missed it. I was like, like clockwork. But I mean, for my shot, it's always straight. It's either I just didn't give it enough, and so I go on a tear. And at one point, they're like, hey, he's moved. Dude, how'd you move like that? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, dude, I'm just stepping through. Like, experience, dude, experience. And then one time I came down the lane and he jumped in front of me. I was like, oh, okay. And he's relatively under the goal, and I just jumped and I dunked on him. And all of his brothers, even my son was out there. He's like, oh, oh, oh. After the game, he's like,
go ahead.
right.
No.
Yeah, after the game, he's like, hey man, why are you dunking me? I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know I was gonna dunk. I just jumped. You were under there, and wait. The rim was like right here, so why not?
Wait. He asked you why you dunked on him. You want to know why I dunked on you? Because you asked me the question.
Well, and mind you, his parents already told me this. Like, yeah, he's out here playing soft, playing weak. I was like, oh, for real? All right, I need to come out there and play him. Let's. I want to see how. I want to see how weak.
If you don't know why I dunked on you, then you should get dunked on every time. Then it's going to happen much more often, sir.
Yeah.
Like, why did I dunk on you? Because I could.
And the sad part is, like, bro, you got youth on your side right now. And I asked him, I was like, hey man, you dunking yet? He was like, no. Mind you, like I said, he's my height. And he's 40 to 50 pounds lighter than I am.
Dominique, kids these days don't work on the things that we used to work on. They don't. Either you're a 3-point shooter or you're a flight brother. And most of the kids are 3-point shooters. So they don't really work on going up. And they don't even dunk hard. I can't stand that. They'll dunk the ball.
If you can't bring it back at least this far, we got a problem.
Well, I mean, they'll dunk it like this.
And I'm like, and I had to explain that to him. I said, hey man, a well-placed dunk in a game will completely demoralize the other team. He's like, yeah, but it's 2 points. I was like, it's
clearly
more than
you don't
2
understand
points.
how this works.
Exactly.
You don't understand how this works.
Exactly. I'm like, no, it's not just 2 points, but it's 2 points and their soul. Like,
people used to tell me that all the time. It's just 2 points. It's
only
just
people who can't dunk say that.
The only people who can't dunk have said, and only people and people who have been dunked on. That's what it's only 2 points. That's what you. If it were not more than 2 points, you wouldn't feel the need to say that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If it were just 2 points, you wouldn't feel the need to try to diminish its worth.
Yeah, clearly you're justifying. You're reaching.
Clearly, there's an objective worth above 2 points that we both recognize that you just don't want to admit. It's okay. I understand.
But yeah, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have to come out here a little bit more often and I think he's getting ready to be a junior, and that's what kind of urged me because I'm like, dude, the summer of my 9th grade year, I was done.
I was pounding on dude.
Right. Like I think one summer league game, I came through and I went up and I was like, oh shoot, I'm high enough to get it now. Oh, this is a wrap. I'm like, oh, this is game. Forget it.
Dominique, how old were you when you realized that standing on the dotted line was not far enough out? I mean, for a defender. For a defender.
Yeah. I think it was like maybe junior year.
Yeah. Happened to be around the same time too. It was like the end of sophomore year.
You just really understand your abilities. You're like,
I banged on someone. I was like, you weren't far enough out. I think you miscalculated because
you
can stand there all you want.
Yeah.
But you're going to be the part of this poster. That's what you're going to be a part of.
Like, you have a problem, sir. You have a problem.
Did you not check? You need to get your eyes checked because where you're standing, that's where the best photos happen. That's objectively where the best photos happen.
Oh man, you know what? Now I gotta. You know what? Okay, yeah. After we're done, I'm gonna go look up a league with 9-foot rims.
I used to love it. Oh, I used to love. You know what? I used to love being on the right wing, dribbling, taking one dribble with my left hand, and then jumping, and waiting and praying that someone would be on the bottom of the dotted line, so I could just dunk on them. It was a thing I lived for, and they don't even do it anymore. I don't understand.
Like it was a rite of passage, like learning how to dunk or catching your first dunk. Like that was big.
Look, and you know what they do now? This is how stupid this generation is. They'll have one-on-one dunks to see if you could block a dunk. That's the stupidest thing if you ain't dunking a game, then miss me with this one-on-one dunk stuff.
Right.
Miss
right.
Me. If you can't dunk while somebody's on your hip, I want to hear.
Ooh, I did that. I did that one time. I gotta find the picture and I gotta show it to you. My friend was, my dude was running, my homie was running down on the left side, and he passed me the ball, and I wasn't expecting it. He passed me the ball, and I think I caught it at the free throw line, and I took like one step and just jumped.
That's
and it was
it.
just, and two guys were like right here, and I just went for it. I was like, I don't care. Like I gotta find the picture because they got the aftermath of it, and I was like, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you did it in the game.
Yes.
I had one in the game. It wasn't as spectacular as that. It was close though. But yo, oh my god, I used to live for it. Guard me close, please, please, please. Think that I can't go to my left, please. Like you know how and they turn. You can't go to your left. Okay, play stupid games.
Yeah.
Win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
Win stupid prizes. And I've got to tell him what he's won, Johnny.
Well, because the funny thing for me is I'm not like naturally left-handed, but I don't know what it is. For me, I'll take a dribble and then pick the ball up and then shoot it with my left hand. So it's like, yeah, it's weird. I don't really like dribbling and then picking the ball up and then shooting with my right hand. I'll dribble with my left, bring it to my right hand, and then shoot it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm getting it. Dribble with your left, bring it to the right hand shoot. I thought you were talking about dribbling with your left, shooting with your left.
No, I'm not ambidextrous like that. I wish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I like the left to right dribble. I like the left right shot. I don't.
Which is dangerous.
Which is
dangerous because it's like, yeah, that means I can. It's like I can go left. Like, you're giving me what I want, so go for it. Now my right hand, same. I mean, I can naturally go my right hand. That's not a problem. But it's just the combination of doing that with my left hand is just like, okay, yeah, guard me to my left. That's a problem for you.
Sometimes
going back in time,
and dancing with grown men in the air before attempting to break the rim behind their head.
Good old
So
days.
even if you could jump with me, you have to time the jump right, and you got to catch the ball at the right angle.
Yep.
Because once I've turned, they're like 6 angle, and I'm sorry. I need a 9-foot rim lead in Houston. Somebody make that happen. Somebody do your manifesting.
I'm pretty sure it's in Houston.
No,
I'm pretty sure it has to be.
I think they called it the Legends League. I saw one. It was in Oklahoma or something like that. I'm gonna see if I can find one in Houston. Hopefully I can find one, and then I can videotape myself dunking on people and breaking backboards. Because at 280, if I'm hanging on it, it might come down.
It's coming. Yeah, it's coming down.
All right, so yeah, that's what we got. That's what we got. We've done the dang thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can come back in the next couple of weeks having found 9-foot rims and have video to show that we're not really blowing smoke. We're just recounting past glories and show y'all that we can still do that thing. But until then, stay sane and don't punch any babies and be careful talking about the WNBA.
Do not go to jail on Saturday because you won't get out until Monday.
You're not gonna get out. You're not gonna get out in time. And we'll see you guys. That was stupid. That was absolutely asinine. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification button, send it to somebody that might enjoy the podcast. Thank you for watching. We really do appreciate it. He is Dom. I am Steve. This has been the SportsHive podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
Later.